which was formed.
All the courts were installed. I mean, the first courts were
We're
installed.
installed in 72.
Okay, so first courts, first four.
First four were installed in 72. In 74, they put in the other two.
74.
74, two more. And I can send you information on that.
No, that's okay. So first four, early 70s.
Early 70s.
Which is a little bit.
I arrived in 1975.
Okay.
And
then I think the foundation or the dames put in the other two. Did I hear that right?
there was one was crowdfunded by the families of Atherton, and the other one was put in
First one, crowdfunding.
by Wayne Prim, was the last one put in. Henry Carton did one.
So I don't.
Yeah, it's all up there on the board there. There's a board there that has all the info.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah.
board? Eve, we need to get a picture of the board.
You do need to get a picture of that.
I have a picture.
Plus one.
Of the when it was
Can you read it?
the donators and everything.
We need
But
to
I'll take another one.
take another high def one and so we can read. Okay. So it grew out to 6 courts and it's been like that ever since.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I was asked to join the tennis committee, and I helped run social mixers, tournaments.
You were at Roland Garros?
Pardon me?
You were at the French?
Yes, I was. That's what I do now. I take groups all over the world for tennis events. It's what I do on Clever Tennis. Went to Australia, Australian Open. Stayed at the same hotel with the pros. Got to eat breakfast every morning. Our group did with the Federer twins, Nadal, Sharapova, Murray, Ferrer, all the pros. So this is what I do. I'm involved in doing getaways.
Wow.
Do you ever
that's
remember
great.
the Jordan girls?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So you better stop. Oh, it doesn't matter now, right? So we ran care homes for many years, assisted living and care. So we had their mom with us, the
Really?
Jordan mom. So we got to know
Oh,
the two
golly.
daughters. And I think one of them went fairly far.
Kathy
like
did. One of them did. One of them did
Kathy
very well.
did. She made it fairly far in
Yeah,
Australia now.
Right. Yeah.
And they've been at Stanford, right? The
Mhm.
two of them have done really. Kathy and Barbara. Is it Barbara
I
Jordan?
think it's Barbara. I think
Yeah.
Kathy. I knew. I didn't know.
No,
about
Kathy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was it?
Great ladies, all of them.
Mhm.
Mom is very gracious. You know. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that.
Yeah.
in
No,
there.
that's great.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you said Australia. So Roland Garros. Isn't that ironic? Because Eva spent quite a lot of her childhood in Paris, growing up in Paris.
Oh golly, how beautiful.
But nothing to do with tennis.
Yeah, you didn't go anywhere near the. Yeah. Anyway, so sorry I interrupted. So you take people around. So yeah, just go back. So keep going with that. You were just telling the story about your history. Yeah.
Got involved with the tennis committee, as I say there, and ran social mixers and tennis tournaments and events. And at that time, tennis became very popular, and the course became a place for new Athertonians to meet.
Oh,
It became the meeting place, so people new in town would get involved in tennis, and we'd introduce them to people in the town, and as a welcoming concept. And which was very fun because it was very social and very fun, and the parties were great. All these people walking the park still come up and say, "Do you remember in 19?" And I said, "Well, I do remember a little bit, but
Yeah.
right, but
You
but
don't
it was
go,
very
I
fun."
have no clue what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So tennis was big at that time, and it grew. From there we had tennis ladders and all kinds of fun events. And then in the 90s, tennis slowed down, and then there was talk about maybe we should remove the courts to do other things with the land there. And my job, I think, was to be the steward of this park and to make sure that the tennis stayed here for families. It is a wonderful sport, and I think there are many life lessons you can learn through tennis.
Yeah, right.
Learning how to control your emotions, compete, how to stand up and believe in what you do. All of those fun things are just an extension of what we do every day. And I think my goal has always been to help kids believe in themselves. And with that, I've written a couple books. I wrote a book on how to build self-esteem
Is that on
in
your?
a 4-year-old. No, it's not.
Is it on your website?
One of my books says yes. The last one I wrote is How to Think Like a Tennis Pro, Not Like an Amateur, because it's a mindset, a paradigm of how we look at the game, which is the last one. But so that's been me. I've always thought tennis should belong in every town.
Yeah.
And getting rid of the courts was not one of the things I thought was important to do, which there were groups that did. And so we just have been making sure tennis did not go away. They wanted to put a library here. They've had different ideas over the years.
Yeah, I remember that. Like,
Right.
where do we put the library?
Right, and those types of thoughts. Or then it became they wanted to put an administration building there because the courts weren't being used much. It was about 10 years ago. But they keep coming up with ideas to do that. And I have always stood up saying that it's important for the community to have courts. And people who have played have always backed me in front of the town council and things of that sort where we had to speak. But I don't know how important that is, but I think it's important that we help maintain tennis
Yeah,
in this town over the years.
yeah, it's all important. Yeah, because like I was saying, when we first saw Michael, we ran into him, and this got me thinking, because he was doing the newsletter, we were talking about the park, and then I was saying, Michael, what happened to Alan? And he was saying, oh no, Alan is still around. And I was thinking, no, we've got to get you. We can get you.
Well, that's nice. It's the tennis has not been talked about, and I am not
Yeah.
one to stand up and wave flags and things. I am here to support the community any way
Exactly.
I can. So.
Yeah. No, you've done a great job with that, and really, we've personally benefited, right?
Mhm.
I mean, with